We sometimes think have everything figured out, don't we? But something just happened, and it's so powerful right now that it made us rethink everything we thought we knew about the universe. And guess what? The James Webb Telescope just captured the first ever real image before the Big Bang. Think of it this way. Before the Big Bang, the universe grew super quick, doubling in size in a blink of an eye. That's like a balloon inflating really fast. This rapid growth left the universe cold and empty. Then the universe stopped growing so fast, and all that cold emptiness turned into stuff and light. That's the Big Bang we talk about. This gave birth to everything we see in space today. The universe hasn't always been here. The Big Bang happened around 13.82 billion years ago, creating the universe. Our home galaxy, the Milky Way, is just one of around 2 trillion galaxies formed from the cooling leftovers of this expanding universe. We've used the James Webb Space Telescope to take a look back in time, and boy did we find something strange. The James Webb Telescope just captured the first ever real image before the Big Bang. What was there before the Big Bang? Scientists have started to think that maybe the universe came from nothing at all. It's hard to wrap your head around, but the clues are all there. It's like the galaxies are being pushed apart by invisible hands. The afterglow of the Big Bang, although faint, is still warm. Since 1965, space researchers have been picking up this afterglow as a kind of microwave light. They call it cosmic background radiation. We don't really know where exactly the Big Bang happened. It's not like an explosion in one spot, like a stick of dynamite. It's more like everything appeared and grew all at once. People might have described the universe like a cake in the oven, with galaxies as the raisins. As the cake bakes, the raisins move apart like galaxies after the Big Bang. But unlike a cake, the universe might not have any limits. There's this thing we call an inflationary vacuum that was around at the time of the Big Bang. Its power doubled as it doubled in size. Imagine tearing a dollar bill in half and ending up with 2 whole bills. To scientists, this vacuum is like an endless free lunch. But there was a problem with this endless growth. This has to do with something called quantum phenomena, the really tiny stuff that behaves in strange ways. It's like the vacuum broke into many mini vacuums, each one growing on its own. Think of these as many little bubbles growing in a big sea. Inside each bubble, the vacuum disappeared, but all its energy turned into stuff and heat. That's when the Big Bang happened. Our world is just one of these bubbles in a big sea of bubbles. Everything started from just a tiny bit of this vacuum. And thanks to the rules of quantum theory, stuff like this can appear out of nowhere. So, where does the Big Bang theory go wrong? We're pretty sure that the universe started out hot and crowded and has been growing and cooling ever since. A lot of evidence points to that, but some scientists believe we might need to change our thoughts about the universe. Let's imagine this in a simpler way. There was a huge fireworks show called the Big Bang that started our universe. But it would have taken a lot longer than the 13.82 billion years we think the universe has existed for galaxies to form from these cosmic fireworks. So how can we explain this? Scientists believe there's something called dark matter that we can't see. There's a lot more dark matter than everything we can see, and it helps galaxies form faster. The Big Bang also suggests that the galaxies should be slowing down the universe from getting bigger. But in 1998, space scientists found evidence that the universe is actually growing faster. They came up with the idea of dark energy, a force we can't see that pushes the universe to expand more quickly. Then there's a question about why the temperature of the universe is the same everywhere. Scientists think that the universe was much smaller in the past. They call this the inflationary vacuum, which was a very small and powerful space. But what happened before the Big Bang? The James Webb Space Telescope is helping us explore these questions. It's sending back amazing pictures from a small area in space, revealing secrets about the Big Bang that we've never seen before. Launched on Christmas Day, 2021, the Webb Telescope is looking for the first signs of stars and galaxies being born, like the moment when light first appeared after the Big Bang. This incredible $10 billion project took 25 years to make, and is replacing the 32-year-old Hubble telescope. It has already shown us beautiful pictures of galaxies born just after the Big Bang. Webb has also given us the first direct picture of a planet outside our solar system. It has taken very detailed pictures of the Tarantula Nebula, a place where hundreds of stars are being born. Thanks to Webb, we're seeing new stars and the detailed structure of big clouds of gas. like the pillars of creation. The James Webb Space Telescope recently captured an image of NGC 346, a star-forming region in the small Magellanic Cloud. Despite its slower star birth rate due to a lack of heavy elements, NGC 346 surprised scientists by revealing an abundance of dust clouds that promote star formation. This discovery challenges the prevailing understanding that star-forming regions in the current universe have minimal dust content. NGC 346, considered a snapshot of the early universe, suggests that galaxies during their peak were also dust-covered. It even hints at the possibility of planet formation from the metallic dust present in NGC 346, implying that Earth-like planets could have emerged much earlier than previously believed. The James Webb Space Telescope continues to astound with its remarkable images, providing captivating views of the cosmos and expanding our understanding of cosmic phenomena. Furthermore, the telescope has uncovered the existence of 6 massive galaxies that emerged shortly after the Big Bang, revolutionizing our understanding of early galactic formation. This breakthrough discovery challenges conventional theories and prompts a re-evaluation of our knowledge about the early universe. The James Webb Space Telescope's ability to observe in infrared light allows us to witness galaxies as colossal as our own in the early universe, leading to a need for textbook revisions to accommodate these universe breakers. We've always thought that galaxies start as tiny clouds of stars and dust, gradually growing into bigger galaxies over time. But these universe breakers are making us question this belief. Maybe they're not galaxies at all. Maybe they're hiding supermassive black holes. We're not sure yet, but we're keeping an open mind. The mass of these giant structures suggests that there might be up to 100 times more stars in the universe than we first thought. Even if we only consider a fraction of these universe breakers, it's still a mind-blowing change. Maybe we've been wrong about how early stars formed, making Webb think these stars are older than they really are. Alice Kirkpatrick, a galaxy expert from the University of Kansas, is even wondering if these galaxies are filled with cosmic dust, or if cosmic dust was different back in the day. But what we do know is that the Webb telescope recently found the oldest known galaxy, and with its power, we believe we'll find even more distant galaxies from the distant past. Brant Robertson of the University of California, Santa Cruz is leading Webb's biggest mission yet, the Galactic Survey. They've discovered a galaxy that's over 13.3 billion light-years away, which existed just 320 million years after the Big Bang. They've even found 2 galaxies that were around when the universe was just a baby, only 2% of its current age. This new discovery, led by Erica Nelson from the University of Colorado Boulder, is making us question how the universe was born. It's like we've been handed a puzzle with missing pieces, but the exciting part is figuring out where those pieces fit. This wonderful telescope in space keeps surprising us, and we expect it will continue to do so for up to 25 years. Looking at the sky with Webb is like a treasure hunt. We never know what we'll find. Because Webb captures light invisible to our eyes, Alyssa Pagan and Joe DePasquale transform the data into visible light pictures. They're among the first people to see these amazing images of the universe. And even for seasoned researchers, the results are simply breathtaking. To add more mystery of space in your week, tap that subscribe button. Imagine this: all the iron in our blood, the calcium in our bones, and the oxygen we breathe comes from explosions of stars called supernovae. And with Webb, we're seeing these explosions like never before. Make sure you watch this video on screen, where we will deep dive into the latest findings that the James Webb has revealed to us. You won't believe how many insane galaxies are out there that were inconceivable with past technology.